Welcome to the deep dive.
Hey there.
So today we're diving straight into something you're probably, well, watching evolve right on your screens. The future of viral videos.
Yeah, it's a big topic, and AI's role in it is just exploding.
Exactly. We've got this fascinating pile of information here, including a detailed analysis called Predicting the Future, AI-Driven Viral Videos of 2025. Honestly, reading through it was a real eye-opener.
Definitely. We're talking about how AI is really reshaping what you see online, what gets shared, what even gets made.
We want to explore that whole evolution, how we got here, AI's role in actually creating stuff now, prediction, those AI influencers.
And the ethical side, too. Can't forget that. It's not just like funny cat videos anymore. There are bigger things at play.
For sure. And this central idea from the analysis is that by 2025, maybe even sooner, going viral won't be so accidental.
Much more engineered, driven by some seriously smart AI.
Right. So the big question we're tackling is, what does that actually mean? For the videos you watch, for the whole idea of viral.
Let's get into it. Maybe start with how things used to be, the sort of before times.
Yeah, good idea. Remember those early days, like Charlie bit my finger?
Oh, yeah. Or Gangnam Style. Things that just happened. Nobody really planned them. They just connected with people somehow. Very organic.
Totally unpredictable. But then platforms like Facebook, Instagram, they started using algorithms more, right, to curate feeds.
Exactly. That was the first big shift. Algorithms started deciding what got visibility, moving away from purely chronological or friend-based feeds.
And then TikTok basically threw gasoline on that fire.
Absolutely. TikTok's For You page was, and still is, a game changer. Its AI is incredibly good at figuring out what you specifically might watch, even from creators you've never heard of.
And that just shrunk the time it took for something to blow up.
Massively. It really accelerated that path to virality.
Okay, so that sets the stage for this 2025 prediction. AI-driven virality. What does that actually look like in practice? What are we talking about?
Well, the analysis points to a few key things. First, way more predictive analytics. Think AI models, maybe like a future GPT-5, crunching just enormous amounts of data.
Data like what? Social trends? News?
Yeah, social economic stuff, cultural trends, online conversations. Basically trying to forecast what's going to resonate next, spotting patterns before they fully emerge.
Uh-huh.
Then, and this is pretty wild, the idea of platforms creating synthetic trends.
Creating trends, like making them up.
Sort of. The analysis mentioned things like, I don't know, AI dance-offs as a hypothetical. Basically, platforms might generate trend concepts designed purely to maximize engagement.
Wow. Okay, so less waiting for a trend, more manufacturing one.
Potentially. And third, content becoming super adaptable across platforms.
Yeah.
Like AI automatically reformatting a video for TikTok, then Reels, then YouTube Shorts, optimizing it for each one. Maximum reach.
Making it inescapable almost.
And fast. The report mentioned TikTok in 2023 getting virality down to like 48 hours on average.
Which already feels fast.
Right. But the prediction is by 2025, AI could potentially cut that down to minutes.
Minutes. That's almost real-time virality. Mind-bending.
It really is.
Okay, so if AI is predicting and spreading things that fast, let's talk about the creation part. Is AI actually making the videos too?
That's the next big leap, yeah. And it's happening in a bunch of ways. We're seeing automated script writing tools. Think ChatGPT-5 or similar.
Lucid video scripts.
Yeah, generating scripts optimized for, say, emotional triggers. The analysis gave an example. A 30-second skit about climate change aimed at Gen Z, written in that, meme-style language.
So AI could be writing jokes or emotional appeal.
Or informational content, yeah. And then there's voice. Voice cloning tech is getting scarily good. Companies like 11 Labs.
So you could have, I don't know, Morgan Freeman's voice narrating a cat video, even if he never recorded it.
Exactly, that kind of unexpected, maybe even unsettling possibility.
What about the visuals? Can AI make the whole video?
We're getting there fast. Text-to-video tools are improving rapidly. Companies like Synthesia, Runway ML, you give them a text prompt.
Like make a sci-fi short about Mars.
Pretty much, and it generates the video. Maybe not Hollywood quality yet, but improving constantly.
Yeah.
Then there's AI editing.
Editing, how so?
Think real-time editing. Adobe demoed something called Project Fast Forward. It showed AI condensing like an hour-long vlog into a punchy 60-second highlight reel. Automatically.
Okay, that's actually useful. Cutting down long video.
Definitely. And then you get into the really advanced visual CGI, photorealistic AI avatars.
Like those digital humans you sometimes see.
Exactly. Companies like Soul Machines are making them for customer service. The next step, AI influencers. fully virtual personalities with their own online lives.
Lil McKella being an early example, I guess.
Right, and the analysis even hinted at, well, digitally resurrecting famous figures, using AI to create new content featuring icons from the past.
Wow. Okay, that opens up a whole can of worms, ethically.
Yeah, it absolutely does, and that leads straight into the darker side. Deepfakes, synthetic media.
Yeah, we have to talk about that.
The potential for misuse is huge. Reuters reported a big jump in deepfake scams last year.
And the worry is, by 2025, this tech could be used for mass disinformation, like fake political messages.
That's a major concern highlighted in the analysis. Imagine convincing fake videos influencing elections or causing panic. It erodes trust.
Seriously. And what about Waskowies? If AI can perfectly mimic someone famous, or even someone deceased, who owns that likeness?
That's a massive legal and ethical gray area right now. Really tricky questions about consent and ownership.
Okay, so AI is creating, AI is potentially deceiving,
Yeah.
but it's also figuring out how to make things go viral, right? The prediction side.
Yes, using these really sophisticated algorithms, they analyze viewer data in incredible detail.
Wow, what are they looking at?
Things like sentiment analysis, using AI like IBM Watson, for example, to gauge the emotional tone of content and predict viewer reactions. It's funny, shocking, heartwarming.
So they know how a video will likely make people feel before it's even widely released.
That's the goal. And they use massive A/B testing.
Testing different versions.
Hundreds of versions, potentially. AI generates variants, different thumbnails, captions, music, maybe even slight edits, tests them on small audience segments, and sees which performs best, which one grabs attention.
Like Darwinian selection for videos. Only the fittest survive.
Kind of, yeah. Optimized for clicks and watch time. We even see AI being used with biometric feedback.
You mean like watching people's faces?
Some companies, like Effectiva, have used facial recognition tech to measure responses, smiles, frowns, confusion as people watch content, trying to get direct emotional data.
Feels intrusive.
It raises privacy questions for sure. The analysis also mentioned neuroscience research, like at MIT's Neurolab, using EEG to see how brains actually respond to visual stimuli.
Using brain scans to design better viral videos.
The idea is that by 2025, AI could leverage insights from neuroscience to engineer content that literally hacks our attention spans, designed to be irresistible.
Okay, that hacking attention part feels a bit uncomfortable.
It's definitely a concern. And it works. The analysis cited YouTube's thumbnail AI tool. Apparently, back in 2024, it boosted click-through rates significantly just by auto-generating more provocative, eye-catching thumbnails.
So it's not just good content, it's packaging it perfectly to make you click.
Exactly.
What's
It's
it-
optimizing every single element for maximum engagement.
Which brings us back to those AI influencers, like Lil McKella. Are we going to see more of them?
Almost certainly. She's got millions of followers, brand deals. She proves the concept works.
So what's next for them?
The analysis suggests a move towards more localized AI personalities.
Localized, meaning
Influencers tailored to specific regions or communities, speaking local dialects, referencing local culture, wearing regional styles, designed to feel more relatable to specific groups.
like a custom-made influencer just for your town or your interest.
Precisely, which links to the bigger idea of hyper-personalization in our feeds overall.
More tailored content.
Way more. Imagine videos that dynamically change based on who's watching.
How would that even work?
Maybe the background scene changes based on your location, snowy mountains for someone in Canada, a beach for someone in Florida in the same video file. Or adaptive storylines.
Like those choose-your-own-adventure things.
Kind of like Netflix's Bandersnatch, but maybe more seamless. A cooking video could subtly change ingredients based on your known dietary restrictions, for instance. AI adjusting the content in real time.
That sounds incredibly complex, but also, yeah, a bit unsettling. How much do they need to know about you for that?
A lot. And that's the concern. Does this hyper-personalization just trap us in even tighter filter bubbles?
Where you only see things that confirm your existing views.
Exactly. Potentially increasing societal polarization because different groups are seeing fundamentally different, highly tailored realities online.
Which circles back to the ethical worries. We touched on deepfakes.
Right. The potential for political disinformation is huge. Remember that fake video of Ukraine's president supposedly surrendering back in 2023? Imagine that, but way more convincing.
Scary. And beyond politics.
There's the awful issue of non-consensual synthetic content like deepfake pornography or voice scams using cloned voices of loved ones. Real harm.
So what's being done? Are there any solutions or regulations coming?
There are efforts. The analysis mentioned things like the EU's AI Act, which started coming into force in 2024, pushing for things like watermarking AI-generated content.
So you know if something was made by AI.
That's the idea. Also, exploring tech like blockchain verification companies like Truepic are working on ways to certify the authenticity of images and videos.
But it feels like a tech arms race, maybe.
It often does, and then you have that consent dilemma again, using AI clones of living celebrities like Tom Cruise deepfakes.
Or even historical figures, like using an AI Einstein in an ad.
Exactly. Where do you draw the line? The analysis quoted Dr. Hani Farood from UC Berkeley, basically warning that without clear rules and reliable detection, our entire information ecosystem, our trust in what we see and hear, could erode.
A really sobering thought.
Mm.
Okay, shifting slightly. How does AI affect getting the content to us? The distribution.
Algorithmic amplification is key. AI decides what gets boosted. And sometimes content that's divisive or causes strong reactions gets prioritized because, well, it drives engagement. Clicks, comments, shares.
So the algorithm might push controversial stuff just because it keeps people hooked.
It's a known issue. We might also see more geofence trends, viral crazes, deliberately limited to certain regions or online communities by the AI.
Making our online worlds even more fragmented.
Potentially. Then there's the whole issue of fake engagement. AI bot networks.
Click farms.
Yeah, used to artificially inflate views or likes, making content seem more popular than it is. Platforms use their own AI to try and detect and shut down these bot farms, like Twitter's efforts.
So it's AI versus AI again.
Pretty much a
So-
constant battle.
And what about the money side?
Yeah.
How does AI change monetization for creators and platforms?
Advertising is a big one. Expect more AI-optimized ads.
Meaning even more targeted ads.
And dynamic ones. Ads that literally change based on your detected mood while watching a video. Google's programmatic ad platforms already use AI for real-time bidding. This takes it further.
Wow. Adverts reacting to my smile or frown in real time.
That's the potential. Also, microtransactions within content.
Paying for extras.
Yeah, like paying a small amount to see an alternate ending to a viral skit, or buying virtual merchandise sold by AI influencers. Roblox's virtual item economy, much of it AI-assisted now, shows how big that can be. They made huge amounts in 2023 from virtual goods.
Right. Buying digital clothes designed by AI for your avatar. It's a whole new world.
It really is.
With all this AI involvement, creation, prediction, distribution, where does that leave human creativity? Are we just curators now?
That's one perspective discussed in the analysis, humans collaborating with AI. Using AI is a powerful tool, but humans providing the vision, the ethics, the cultural nuance.
Like a director using AI for storyboarding assistance, maybe. The analysis mentioned Wes Ball doing something like that.
Exactly. AI handles the heavy lifting, the human guides the process. It's a partnership model.
So human creativity isn't dead. It just changes form.
Possibly, and there might even be a counter-reaction. The analysis suggests a potential rise for a handmade niche.
Handmade, like anti-AI content.
Sort of, emphasizing authenticity, maybe raw, unedited vlogs, analog aesthetics. Brands could even market content as 100% human-made, appealing to people tired of the slick, AI-optimized feel.
Like organic food, but for videos. That's fascinating.
A pushback towards perceived authenticity.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up. We've gone through a lot here.
We definitely have. The big picture is this shift, right? From organic, unpredictable virality
To AI-engineered, predictable, hyper-personalized content.
from humans solely creating to
Yeah.
AI assisting, co-create, even creating autonomously sometimes.
And facing all these complex ethical challenges that come with it.
For sure. The takeaway seems clear. By 2025, the viral video landscape we experience will be profoundly shaped by artificial intelligence. It already is, but it's accelerating.
So that question we started with feels even heavier now. In a world saturated with AI-driven content, what actually breaks through? What feels genuinely meaningful or culturally significant?
Well, we still have those shared aha moments if we suspect they were engineered by an algorithm to grab us.
Yeah. Does the authenticity matter? Or does it just matter if it works, if it entertains or informs us? It's definitely something to chew on as we all keep scrolling.
And this is probably just scratching the surface. AI's impact on digital culture. There's so much more to unpack there.
Absolutely. A deep dive for another time, perhaps.